Hello again to my YouTube friends and subscribers. And welcome back to Jay's World Order. Today, we are heading to the Wrestling Guy store here in Phoenix. This place is awesome. Come along with me, let's check this out.
All right. Hey, what's up? It's Tony here at Wrestling Guy Store Phoenix, Arizona's only all-pro wrestling store. Welcome in.
Hey, Tony. How you doing, man?
Good, man. How you
This
doing?
is such a great store, brother.
Thank you. I
I mean,
appreciate
you
it.
have so many amazing products. The autographs alone are just mind-boggling. The history that you have in here is mind-boggling. I guess the first question I have for you, sir, is how did this store come about?
I've always been wanting to open a wrestling store for probably the last 7-8 years now, I think. But I'm not from the Phoenix area,
Yeah.
so I'm originally from California.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a Wrestling Guy store in Los Angeles.
Oh, okay.
So why would I want to open one up and compete with my good friend David Gomez? Shout out to David. David's a great guy.
Right on.
If it wasn't for him, we wouldn't have this name.
But it's okay that you guys have the name. Both
He
of you
granted
should.
us. He's the one who suggested it.
So does he get like?
No, it's think of it like a franchising, but without franchising fees.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
So it's
Wow.
my wife and I were gonna call it Just Bring It.
Oh.
That means something to you and I and most
Yeah.
wrestling fans, but from the algorithms of doing social media and Google searches, it wouldn't hit at all.
Right.
So having the Wrestling Guy store name has been a great thing
That's
for
great.
us. So
And now, how long have you been open?
about 2.5 years now.
And
So,
has it been building and building and building?
yes,
Wonderful.
Our year over year has been really good, and this market is I think it was an untapped market.
Yeah.
And wrestling is extremely popular here.
Yeah.
So we have so many independent promotions, and it looks like all the big promotions are like making this a routine stop for on their tours now. So.
Well, you've had some awesome signings already come in. Danhausen,
Yeah.
Joe Hendry. Now you got Rikishi coming in, Jake the Snake Roberts,
Yep.
and as well Kurt Angle.
Kurt Angle's going to be our Kurt's a repeat.
Okay.
We already had him here before. Rikishi's also a repeat. Had him here before.
Nice.
But Jake the Snake is brand new for us.
Yeah.
And Carlito's coming in September as well.
That's great.
So we got some great guests coming in. We've had all great guests.
Now I got to ask you about Kurt Angle,
Yeah.
sir.
Yeah.
Now you are Kurt Angle's former manager.
I was an agent for him, yes, for many years like that. We met in 2017, actually, so not too long. I got someone who reached out to me via Instagram, me and my wonderful 65 followers at the time, and asked looking for representation. And I happily agreed to that. Went to do a Steel City Con out in Pennsylvania area. The weekend right after he got inducted in the Hall of Fame. And we ran for years after that.
So you guys just had an immediate connection?
Yes.
Wow.
Such an amazing, awesome human being. Yeah. He's been so good to our family. Him, Giovanna, the whole family's been great.
So you were with him during that last WWE run?
Correct.
So what was his body going through at that time? Was he communicating that with you?
Not really. We don't really talk a lot of wrestling. So most of the clients that I've had over the years as a booking agent, we don't really talk. We don't talk the product.
Well, that's cool.
You talk with Nash and stuff like that. Sure. I talk with I used to talk with Scott Hall. We talk family. We talk sports. We talk news. We get politics, stuff like that. Do
you have any funny Scott Hall stories you could possibly share? Notable moments.
I will say this. I don't really have anything that I could really share, but I will say this. I was very fortunate with him. Kevin did me a solid and put me over with him, and because he had never really done pop culture type shows.
Right.
He did a lot of wrestling conventions, so wasn't really familiar with how the pop culture shows worked. And we were texting back and forth, and had never spoken yet, and just texting back and forth. And I was getting a little irritated with the texting back and forth. And I said, can you just talk to Kevin? Kevin, tell you who I am, what I'm all about, how we do this. And maybe a half hour later, I get a text back from Scott. I'm in.
Oh, wow.
And so Kevin put it over, and I will say I had really enjoyed working with Scott during those times because, he was sober, he was super engaging with the fans, followed the current product, loved to have his opinions about things and engage with fans. It was just great to see him engage with people.
And he still had a good sense of humor.
Still had a great sense of humor.
I've heard great stories about it.
Still had a great sense of humor.
Absolutely.
Anytime he can, kick me a little bit, man, it was good for him.
And I know that Kurt early on in WWE says, I couldn't cut a promo. Vince would give me all these words to say, and I somehow got through it.
When I started in WWE, nobody trained me to learn how to cut a promo. It was sink or swim. Vince actually told me that the first night on the air. He said, I want you to cut this promo. This is what I want you to say, sink or swim. For 5 minutes straight, he's telling me what he wants me to say. And I'm not listening because I'm like, holy crap, this is a really long promo. And when he got done, I said, Vince, I'm sorry, but I didn't hear a word you said. Can you repeat it? He said, I'll repeat it one more time. And you got to go out there. And if you don't succeed, you're going to sink. If you do it fairly well, you won't drown, is what he said.
I say that's, maybe that's true. But I say, as a fan looking at him, I go, then you're a natural, dude, because it's just like you couldn't tell that you were having any struggles or any issues. Right. Obviously, things were pre-recorded, you do multiple takes, but even live, he's nailing it.
Yeah.
And it's just,
I know when I'm a huge Kurt Angle fan. I have this since he won the gold medal. With a broken streak.
And that's the biggest thing for me, by the way. So people who find out that I've worked with Kurt over the years, WWE Hall of Famer, blah blah blah. It's like, dude, he's an Olympic gold medalist.
Right.
That's way more impressive to me than anything else.
But that was the thing, because I know when he wanted to come into wrestling, he first went to ECW, and when they did the Sandman crossing, he said, I'm out of here.
Did you know that getting crucified was going to be such a pain in the ass?
To me, it wasn't a pain in the ass at all.
You didn't get any flack from it at all personally?
No, none.
Did you have to build your
The only problem
own?
was Kurt Angle.
Oh,
That was the only problem.
So he was there, and then he didn't want to be
It was his
videotaped.
first night in the wrestling business. His very first night at his very first house show. He was sitting up in the Eagle's Nest. He's watching it all. He sees me get crucified. He's ready to lose his mind. I'm like, you're a...
What a queen.
No, dude, I was hot. I mean, Stevie and Meanie, as they're like rapping, because I built the cross.
They say they didn't want to do it in the documentary.
Who said they didn't want to do what?
Stevie and the Blue Meanies. While they were doing it, we're like, we're Christians. We shouldn't do this.
Stevie Blue Meanie were doing whatever the raving was telling them.
Nice.
That's it. Stevie's like, oh, Meanie, this is up. I'm like, Stevie, you motherfucker, get this around my arm. I'm loving it. I'm thinking this is the greatest thing ever. I'm not a God-fearing, I don't believe in, I believe in the universe. I was this close to going out there and saying, this, all you people. I don't say sorry for anything in this business.
There you go.
Because it's a joke, dude. That's what, Kurt Angle could have been watching a movie.
Hey,
Do you think he would have got pissed if he was watching a movie about wrestling?
Probably sounds like a real
And
snowflake.
then 6 months later, The Undertaker puts Austin on a f***ing on cross.
So when he got to WWE, he was knee deep in Attitude Era, and I was like, this guy doesn't belong here right now. And I was totally wrong. 6 months into that run, I was like, okay, he belongs here.
Yeah.
And he exceeded everyone's expectations.
Oh, I mean, what, the first year he captured just about everything you could possibly capture. Like the
Absolutely.
first year.
Yeah.
Who does that?
And he did, and he was cutting promos. That was getting heat.
That
So,
was
yeah.
legit heat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was great.
And then and then going over the years of being find that comedic side of him too. It's like that, and just having that open up is like it was a natural for everything he does.
I mean, him dancing the sexy
Yeah.
Kurt, you know?
Hit the music. I think I'm cute. I got no medals. I got the moves that makes them all tap out. The angle slam, the ankle lock. Marty Jannetty still can't walk. I'm just a sexy Kurt.
Sexy girl.
I'll make your ankle hurt.
Ankle hurt.
I'm just a sexy Kurt.
Sexy girl.
I'll make your ankle hurt.
Ankle hurt.
Woo!
I mean, how can you not love something like
So here's
that?
a funny story for you. So we're over there in the UK. I think we were in Glasgow, and this was going to be like night number 2 now. I think it was from the Inside the Rope tour. And Kenny had come up to me and said, "Listen, do you think doesn't have to get up and dance tonight, but do you think Kurt would be able to do sexy Kurt?" And so he asked her. He goes, "Hey, my producer's got it all queued up. If you want to do it," and he goes, "Yeah, I think I can do that, but I'm not going to dance. I'm not going to dance." And she says, "No problem." Boom, do the interview.
Yeah.
He does it. Everybody loves it, right? The next night, maybe that's the third night. The third night was in Glasgow, I think. And then we get there and they do the same thing. So it popped so well the previous night in the other town that this time they did the same thing. This time Kurt gets up and starts dancing the whole thing, and the whole crowd just sings along with it. It was amazing.
What a great dude.
It's on holes right now, but
Sure.
we're kind of in the middle of readjusting the wall. We
Okay.
purchased a really large collection. It's going to have us redo the whole wall.
Why not? Right on.
So we're shifting everything around, making room for some new product. But this is the bread and butter, really.
Yeah.
I mean, action figures for both just people who want to play, people who collect.
Yeah.
Some have to have 2, one to open, one to keep closed. But it's the wall, man.
So what about these chairs here?
Chairs come in, chairs go, man.
Yeah.
This is the only chair that actually belonged to me that I actually sat in. So I have a little bit of sentimental attachment to it.
Oh, okay. So you're at that event. What year was that?
That's 2005.
2004, okay.
2004. So this was the debut of Mordecai.
Oh, wow. Okay,
Main
yeah.
event was JBL versus Eddie Guerrero.
Yep.
Nasty chair shot that they
Yeah.
had. John Cena versus Rene Dupree.
Really? That's when they were pushing Rene Dupree. Wow.
Undertaker versus Booker T.
I clearly remember that. That was
Dawn
great
Marie
run.
versus Tori Wilson.
That made me sweat.
Yeah.
That still makes
It
me
did-
sweat.
Well, my seat that I had right there was entrance ramp, front row corner, right there.
Wow.
So I had a lot of candid shots from that night. It was
Wow.
really good.
Wow.
So,
What was your what would you say was the most quintessential live event that you attended that you always remember?
Any one of the WrestleManias, really. I
Yeah.
mean, I'm a SoCal boy, so going to WrestleMania 12, I think it was.
Oh, wow, you were
and
there.
then WrestleMania 2000, 2001,
Mm-hmm.
2002, 2003, 4, and 5.
Ooh, all right. So you saw some good
So
attitude
we
era
used to,
stuff. Yeah.
travel around a lot doing that, and we just kind of said, we're done with that.
Yeah.
Let's just have parties at our house.
I sell and trade as well.
I do. I'm mostly into buying collections if I'm going to buy. I'm very picky about what I buy. When you start buying older product, it takes away from the newer product. New products would drive sales.
So a collector like me that likes the old Hasbros, likes the old Mattels.
Yeah, I don't do a lot of Hasbros or LJN, stuff like
No.
that. That's a niche within the niche kind of thing.
I'm in that niche.
So,
So
yeah.
that's more the toy collector show stuff.
And they get pricey, as you know. They're expensive.
I've dropped a lot.
And so guys want to come in, and if they do want to sell stuff like that, they
Yeah.
want top dollar, and there's like no room for me to make any money.
True. That's true.
From a business standpoint, anyways. So it's tough. It's tough to, and I don't deal in it all very much. I mean, you might find something like, I picked this up in a collection, so it's, you don't see these very often, I guess.
Is that what year is that from?
1990, I think.
Really?
It's going to be 1990.
Oh my god. Okay, so those are all the minifigures that. Okay.
Some mini ones. I mean, I had
awesome.
some WCW Galoobs. I used to
Yeah.
have some of those.
I have
of those.
a few of those at home.
Somebody
Yeah.
sold those to me, but for the most part, the oldest I really get is Jack Pacific stuff. kind
Yeah,
of.
and they sell the most.
They don't.
They
Jack
don't?
Pacifics is a tough sell.
So
I mean, Mattel's made it hard because new scan renders come out much better than their old
Right.
stuff. But some of that stuff is nostalgic pieces.
Right.
Some of it has some really cool, unique, like having an old Ric Flair deluxe with a cool belt. It's like that, looking
Right.
for old stuff. I've learned. I'm a card guy.
Me too.
So I'm a trading card guy.
Yeah.
And so I'm learning a lot about figures over the last 2 years. Got some great guys who've helped me out.
Yeah.
And I've learned that accessories are where it's at when it comes to the figures.
Yes,
So
it is.
Really got
Yes,
into
it
the
is.
accessories now.
And some of those accessories you find loose, it go for like $50 to hundreds of dollars on eBay.
I got like a Series 109 Elite, had a Cody Rhodes in that set.
Yeah.
In a suit. Figure was
Right.
But everybody was buying it because they want the accessory. It has an announcer chair and a headset.
Oh, wow.
I literally had a guy come in, buy the figure, tear it open, took the chair and headset and said, "You can have the figure back." And I sold the figure loose.
That's crazy.
He didn't want the figure.
So you got a lot of autographs up here on the ceiling.
That is our ceiling of fame, sir.
So these are everybody who came in here and did autograph signings?
Correct.
Any notable ones up here? You got?
Well-
I'm trying to find the names. I'm a
Well,
little
we started
overwhelmed.
we started out with Honky Tonk Man Grand Open. He lives here, which made
Yeah.
it easy.
Yeah.
And we had Atom Bomb. We had Victoria / Tara.
Oh, yeah.
And we had Melina. She's our first 2-time guest.
How does Victoria get more beautiful as she got older?
And not only that, but she's also probably the nicest people you ever
That's
meet.
what
in
I
your
hear.
life. She's such a sweet woman.
Yeah.
We've had Sabu here.
Oh, rest in
And
peace.
we were going to have him here again this September, because September's going to be our hardcore month.
Yeah.
Because September last year we had Sandman here.
Man.
Well, we had Kurt Angle here on Veterans Day 2023.
Perfect.
Have him redo his handprints because they kind of faded away.
Sorry.
You're good.
Jerry Lynn, yeah.
Joe Lynn was here. We had Joe Hendry here.
Who had the biggest turnout so far?
It's a tie, really.
Tito.
It's really, it's going to be a tie between Kurt Angle and Joe Hendry.
Yeah. Hendry's huge
Hendry,
right
Drew,
now.
We had him the weekend right after Royal Rumble. So again, timing.
Timing was
is-
perfect, yeah. He was hot at
and
that moment, that's for sure.
He drew Kurt Angle numbers.
Yeah.
It was incredible.
I saw some video online.
It was
yeah.
quite, and it's just a really nice man. Like,
Yeah. All right, I got to ask these obligatory questions because you always ask these questions online. Who's your Mount Rushmore? I'll tell you my Mount Rushmore after he tells me his Mount Rushmore. All right?
My Mount Rushmore. Oh man, it's so subjective, as you know. Like,
Yeah.
You think about Mount Rushmores, and you're like, oh, but I could easily squeeze this person in here and take that person out. For me, I was never a Hogan fan. Never was. Nor was I an Ultimate Warrior fan. During that era, I was, if anybody big I like would be a Savage.
Yeah.
But I was always a Mr. Perfect and a Rick Rude guy. I love those guys.
Me too.
But you're also talking to a guy who's like Iron Mike Sharp. I just loved a guy like that. It just something about him was entertaining.
I'm Jewish. I like Barry Horowitz.
But you got to put Hogan on there. I
Sure.
feel like that's by default. I think you got to put Ric Flair on there too.
Sure.
Then you get into that number 3 and 4 spot becomes difficult. Do I throw a Rock in there? Do I throw a Stone Cold in there? Do I throw a Macho Man in there? I got to put Andre there though. And then for me, I got to put, just for what it changed the business, I got to put Stone Cold. It's gonna be my top. Because I also would like. I'd also go. You got to put Bruno in there somewhere. He's got to go in
He
there.
had a 10-year title run.
Who else saw at Madison Square Garden
From the
More than
60s
him.
to the
Yeah.
early 80s. That went on with him. So sure, you can maybe carve in a 5th or 6th rock, but you got to move some stuff on that mountain.
Last time I checked, there's still room on that mountain.
Sure. I'm hoping to get on it. All right, my Mount Rushmore. I thought about this for years. The reason why I thought the Mount Rushmore should be the men who established the business for what it is today.
Are we like revealing something that you never revealed to your viewers
Yes.
before? Oh wow.
And just so you know, I'm straight. My Mount Rushmore: Fritz von Erich,
Okay.
Vern Gagne, Stu Hart, and Vince McMahon.
Wow. Interesting. Never heard that kind of Rushmore before. But Vince is someone else who's on my list of people I think who should be in that conversation.
Yeah.
And the trading card, well, because I'm a trading card guy.
Yeah.
I think people are sleeping on Vince McMahon autograph cards. There are very few of them out there.
Well, even right now, with
Even right-
considering
even right
everything.
now. Even right now.
Okay.
I think it's still, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
There's a lot of guys in the business that are bulletproof. We all have we've heard of things that, no matter how bad, the press may be about certain people. Hogan's had his trials and tribulations.
Yeah.
Ric Flair has it, but those guys still command that.
Well, Tony, this was great, man.
I appreciate
I
it,
really
man.
appreciate
Yeah,
letting me
yeah.
come to the store. I will be here for Kurt. I'll be here for Jake. I'm gonna try and make it for Rikishi as well.
Rikishi's August 31st. We got Carlito on September 27th.
Okay.
We got Jake the Snake on October 18th and Kurt Angle on November 22nd.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
And also, if you don't sell this over the next few weeks,
Yep.
it's gonna be mine.
Okay. Yours.
Hey guys, thank you very much, and please like and subscribe to Jay's World Order. Peace and love.
Out.